What's going on, guys? I'm here tonight gonna have a fish fry with me and some of my buddies. My roommate Mark is behind the camera today.
Hello.
I'm gonna show you how to cook up fish that you catch. It's real simple. You only need a couple of things. You need fish fry. I messed up and bought the wrong brand today because I was in a hurry. I got Zatarain's. I'm sure it'll be fine. I'm sure it's no different, but I usually get Louisiana fish fry, the one that comes in the blue bag. I like Tony Chachere's. I actually put it on anything. And then adobo is essentially garlic powder and onion salt and some other stuff in it. I just really like the flavor that it adds to chicken and to fish. Put a little bit of your standard issue black pepper on pretty much everything. I use peanut oil. I don't really have too much of a preference. I don't really like vegetable oil too much for fish. Peanut oil or peanut oil really works best for me. So I put just a little bit of Tony Chachere's on the fish. Just enough because the fish fry already has flavoring in it. This is 4 speckled trout and then 3 of the big sheep's head that you saw in my last video. So we're gonna put a little bit of the adobo on. I put this on pretty sparingly. I don't put too much on there because it's pretty strong stuff. We're gonna flip it over and do the exact same thing on the other side, and then we're gonna run it through this fish fry, and then we're gonna put it in the hot grease. I usually only put the black pepper on one side. It's a little bit extra. It's not really necessary. I only put it on just because I like the flavor of regular cracked black pepper. Now we're gonna go ahead and put it in that cornmeal, that fish fry. You just get it in there. You want to put it on like you're selling it, not like you're buying it. So you want to put it on as liberally as you can. You really want to coat the fish, kind of crack it, get it all up in there as much as you possibly can, because that just makes sure that you get a nice full golden flaky batter on there. All right, guys. So you just kind of want to put enough oil in there to where you're covering about half the fish when it's in there. You don't want to be all the way. I don't really like to be all the way over the top. I like to cook it one side at a time, flip it over, wait a couple of minutes, and then flip it back over. I just think that it cooks better through it if you do it like that.
Yeah.
So a good way to test to see if your grease is hot enough is to throw a little bit of that in there. And if you see it sizzling like that, it's a pretty good indicator that your grease is hot enough to put your fish in. So let's go ahead and drop a couple pieces in. Probably could have waited for it to heat up a little bit longer, but it'll be okay. You just hear that nice sizzle. I'll put one more smaller piece in, and then we'll wait a couple minutes, and then I'll flip them over. See that good sizzle? You got some nice golden brown, sizzling real nice. See, you wanna have a nice counterbalance, because your spatula hand. This spatula is heavier than it looks. This thing weighs about 20 or 30 pounds, just like every bass I've ever caught in my life. So you gotta have a good counterbalance or else you're gonna tip over. And the last thing you wanna do is fall when you got screaming hot grease over here. George, is it Thick Boy approved?
Tasty. What are we on YouTube or something?
Yeah. Is that Thick Boy approved?
Mm.